trust is everything these days. I mean, there have been so many changes in society. I mean, the economic crisis, the stuff that's been happening in the world, societal trust levels are at the lowest they've ever been, and particularly with salespeople, right? There's that stereotype of that aggressive, kind of salesperson, and we really need to make an effort to just be ourselves, to be, prepared, to be knowledgeable, to be professional.
Welcome to another episode of People Hum interview series. I'm your host Neha Murthy, and let's begin with a quick introduction of People Hum. People Hum is an end-to-end, one-view integrated human capital management automation platform, the winner of the 2019 Global Cody Award for HCM that is specifically built for crafted employee experiences and the future of work. We run the People Hum blog and video channel, which receives upwards of 200,000 visitors a year and publishes around 2 interviews with well-known names globally every month. And now for our guest. Jackie Rainforth is the president of Rainmakers Business Solutions. She is an award-winning sales expert, facilitator, and sought-after conference speaker. She is also the author of the Badass Guide to Superstar Selling. We're extremely happy and honored to have her with us today. Welcome, Jackie. We are thrilled to have you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
So, the first question I had for you, Jackie, was let's start with a little bit of your journey so far. Can you tell us about that brought you to being a sales expert, and that to one of the biggest globally?
Sure. Well, I started out a number of years ago in the construction industry as a manufacturer's rep, and I grew from, of course, a sales rep through to management, through to director of sales and marketing. And at one point, I also owned my own sales agency where I was hiring my own salespeople, representing a global brand here, in Canada. And then in 2016, I had a near-death scuba diving incident that changed my life. And that's when I became, I wanted to share my knowledge with other people and became a sales trainer and a speaker, presenter.
Wow, that's very nice.
No.
And can you give our audience a few tips on how to build a good rapport with customers?
Rapport is everything. Customers need to know you, like you, and trust you. Particularly women. They really need to know you, like you, and trust you. So it's important that, you find those commonalities when you first meet someone, and then be prepared with really, really good questions. Oftentimes I use the series of 3s. So instead of just saying, oh, so what is your biggest challenge? I'll often say, what are your top 3 challenges? That way you've got more, meat and potatoes to work with, and hopefully better your chances of really being able to knock it out of the park for the client. Once you start asking those questions, I also suggest that you delve down 3 more times. So ask 3 more questions. If someone says something like, oh, I need a 4th bedroom in a house. Well, oh, is there a reason that you need that 4th bedroom? Well, yeah, we want it for, just to have a spare for guests. Oh, do you have, certain guests that come over all the time? Well, yeah, our mother. Well, does she come over often? Is she, how often does she come over? Well, right now it's just occasional, but she's going to become permanent. She has health issues, and we really want to make sure that mom's okay. So what you're doing is you're delving down to the emotional need. And once you hit that, and selling, that is the key point for everything. So really asking good questions, I think that's the most important thing. And being prepared, right? Having those questions prepared, taking notes, that's really important when you're building rapport, because it shows interest and it shows that you're professional. You are really listening and paying attention. And those notes, again, will become invaluable later on when you go back to refer to them or enter them into your CRM.
That's so true. I mean, building a rapport also makes you come closer to the customers, and that builds a personal relationship, and it elevates the professionalism as well.
Yes. Customers need to trust you. If they don't trust you, they're not going to buy from you.
Absolutely. Trust is the main factor.
It is, yes.
That is insightful. So, do you think selling is often attributed to males than females, and how can we change that mindset?
Yeah, selling has often been all about men. Sales training, for instance, it was created by men for men at a time when it was only men that were purchasing. But women are major purchasers. I mean, I read a statistic the other day where they make 70 to 80% of all purchasing decisions, and they influence up to 90% of purchasing decisions. Anyone that's married probably knows that. But as women, it's really important. I mean, they're a huge part of this market, and for companies to really be on the cutting edge, it is important to have women as salespeople. We bring a really unique set of skills to the marketplace. We're right brain centered, which means that we're really great with relationship building. We're really great at kind of multitasking, and we're great communicators. Those are things that are really, really important in selling. And I think more women should be getting into selling. More sales leaders should be focusing on bringing women into their organizations. And statistics show those people that have a woman on their board outperform boards that don't have women. The more diverse your sales group is, again, statistics show that the more diverse, the more women you have on your team, you've got more viewpoints, you've got, that diversity just brings incredible value, which of course brings profitability and outperforms. So yeah, women are so, so important out there.
That's so true. Like women have shown, like they have proved to be like excelling in whatever they're doing. It's just an opportunity that they need.
Absolutely. They just need that opportunity. And when they get it, they fly. I do a lot of helping women empowerment, so that it empowers them while they're, navigating their career, to build their career, so that they, focus on gaining that respect and really, succeeding in terms of, bringing solution-based problems to the table, and negotiation skills, earning the respect that they need, so that being more competitive, but confident and assertive, taking more risks, letting go of imposter syndrome, which is something that a lot of women have. They've got all the credentials and all the skills, but they just don't believe in themselves enough sometimes. And I think that women are fabulous, fabulous candidates for selling. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And you set a great example for that, obviously.
Oh, well, thanks. A lot of failures along the way, let me tell you. But you learn and grow from them, so that's the important thing.
Absolutely. So even like now during this pandemic, we're seeing big financial crunch, and there's like an economical issue that is going up, right? So during a time of financial crisis, like how can a salesperson convince their customers to that the product that they're selling is an essential one?
Okay. Well, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. I mean, I think to outsell and outperform in tough times, there's a number of things that you need to do. One, niche down. Sometimes during economic or tough times, what people do is they think, oh, I can sell to everybody. If I try, going out there and selling to everybody, I'll be more successful. Actually, the truth is the opposite. The more you niche down, the more you become an expert in your field and a go-to person that your customers will want to contact. And not only that, but it allows you to really simplify your process, so that you're, selling your most popular products, the most risk adverse. Because when people are in tough times, companies and the people purchasing, they're going to be looking for risk adverse. They want products that aren't going to have long delivery dates. They want products that are proven. They want things that are simple and easy to buy, that they have the confidence in. And so when you niche down, you can focus that. You niche down your avatar, your target market, niche down the products that you're offering. And really, you can knock it out of the park by doing that. I think some of the other things that you need to do is provide value. Everything that you do, make it easy for them to buy from you. Create cheat sheets if that's what it takes, or provide the information that they need, provide the links that they need. There are so many things that you can do to simplify the process for your customer. And that's what they're going to be looking for. And of course, value add. I mean, if you can throw anything in that provides value, don't compromise your price. Please don't compromise your price. That's a thing that a lot of people and companies do. They go, oh, times are tough, I have to discount my price. No, you don't want to compromise your margins. What you want to do is provide added value, whether that's amping up your service or providing a free delivery, or bundling up packages, giving 2 for 1, or getting a freebie of something. I mean, it's about value add, and really becoming that expert. You do provide that value because you know the industry, you know your products, you know your competitors, how do you differentiate all the way through? And that's what you really have to focus on. How can you be unique and different? What small things, what big things can you do that your competitors aren't doing that you can do to really stand out above them and gain that competitive edge?
That's so insightful. I mean, I completely agree with you. Like most of the people in a pandemic or in a hurry, they just decide to reduce the price, but that
Yes.
is not it. You have
No.
to set the right customers and right target, and you have to set your product above and beyond. And
Yeah.
you cannot just succumb to the price and just lower down the price. That is not how it works.
Right. And they say, when you really target down, when you niche down, what I have found is that you become that expert and people will pay more
Yeah.
for the expertise that you provide. And that's the key. It's really niche down on your product, on your target market, and it will really pay off. It really will. Don't touch the price.
That's true. This is amazing. So to kind of just wrap up the interview, I would like to
Mhm.
ask, like, what would the last sound bites that you would want to give to our audience?
Oh, I think make sure that you're asking for referrals. Word of mouth is so, so important these days. That's how, if someone recommends you, that's like passing, the bundle of trust over to the new person. And referrals are so, so important. Testimonials. Go back to your customers and ask them, why? Why am I, why do you buy from me? What is it that makes me unique and different? Your customers will give you such valuable information. They really will. And I call it canning and cloning. Go back, find out, what is it that makes you great, and then capitalize on it. Truly. And be yourself, be authentic, be real, be genuine, be vulnerable. No one wants to deal with a person that's always perfect. They want to know that every once in a while, you make mistakes or you falter. But whatever it is, just make sure that you handle it quickly and professionally. That's what people are looking for. And follow up. That's one thing that salespeople often don't do. 24% of the sale is in the follow-up. Go back to those customers. Keep in really tight contact with your current customers because they're the ones that really, really matter these days. It takes 5 times more to get a new customer than it does to service the customer you have, and they're your best referral source. So yeah, keep in touch with everybody that you're dealing with now.
Absolutely. I really love the fact that you said, that word of mouth is the biggest treasure that you
Yeah,
have. And that gives a sense of trust, which comes down to everything, right? Trust is the
it
basic
does.
ground factor that everyone needs.
Yes, yes. Trust is everything these days. I mean, there have been so many changes in society. I mean, the economic crisis, the stuff that's been happening in the world, societal trust levels are at the lowest they've ever been, and particularly with salespeople, right? There's that stereotype of that aggressive, kind of salesperson, and we really need to make an effort to just be ourselves, to be, prepared, to be knowledgeable, to be professional. Those are the things that people value. Be the expert in your industry, and I'm sure it will serve you very, very well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jackie. It was an enriching experience for me, and it brought so much of energy into the conversation. I love the conversation throughout with you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for having me as your guest.
Thank you so much. We'll stay in touch for sure, and take care, stay healthy, stay safe.
Will do. Take care. Bye bye,
Bye
everybody.
bye.
Bye.